Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Lincoln Journal-Star's Prep Extra Hoops Preview Show. Ron Powell, Alec McChesney. You know, yesterday I thought we were going to have a lot of basketball, and then Mother Nature came in and canceled everything, especially with these conference tournaments, so everything's kind of been pushed back a day. What are we looking at starting with Wednesday going forward with some of these conference tournaments?
Canceled everything, including our video.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
So it wiped out everything. So yeah, Central Conference, Eastern Midlands Conference, Centennial Conference, Capital Conference all got delayed here. And the Tuesday games are basically all going to be Wednesday.
Okay, so there wasn't any cancellations, it was more postponements, they didn't change the tournament type of thing?
No, and it looks like all the finals are going to go off as scheduled. Okay. They're just going to substitute Wednesday for Tuesday.
Okay, so then if you look at those games kind of starting tonight, what are some of the games that you're looking at as some of those key matchups?
Well, you know, Lincoln Lutheran is going to be hosting Boys Town tonight in a quarterfinal of the Centennial Conference. Number 9 Lincoln Lutheran, number 7 Boys Town. Right. You know, top 10 matchup in the quarterfinals of the Centennial Conference tournament. Really pretty typical. There's usually, you know, 5, 6, 7 rated teams in the Centennial Conference every year, and this is no exception.
And you wrote about Lincoln Lutheran, kind of that slow start and getting back into the groove of things. It's obviously an opportunity for them to prove that they're back to the way you thought they were going to be.
Well, they got off to a good start.
Right.
That was Lincoln Christian.
Absolutely.
Because Lutheran before Christmas beat Grand Island Central Catholic and Lincoln Christian.
Okay.
So, and then of course they beat Bishop Newman in overtime on Saturday, which was a big win for them. That was a big psychological barrier for them to get over. That shows me that Lutheran has the capability of winning this tournament.
Absolutely. So you mentioned that was a quarterfinal. Who else in that Centennial Conference? Who would they maybe be seeing in the semifinal?
Well,
or championship?
You know, the other quarterfinal that's interesting is Lincoln Christian against Grand Island Central Catholic.
Right.
Grand Island Central Catholic flat out plays the best schedule in Class C1. You know, they don't back down from everybody. They get everybody on their schedule, and they fared fairly well against that schedule. They beat Lincoln Christian in December when Christian got off to the 1-5 start. Right. So, and of course now I think that winning streak's at 9 or 10.
Yep.
So
that's another good one, absolutely. Now, if you look at other conference tournaments, where are you looking at then?
Well, you know, the Central Conference is got a lot of high-quality teams, a lot of great individual players, too. You know, you're looking at Class B number 3, Aurora is in that tournament, Class B number 6, Seward. Okay. You know, those two teams played last weekend, and Aurora pulled that one out. They could meet again this week. York is in that thing. They're number 7 this week, and, you know, they're hoping to have Brady Danielson back for this stretch run in the conference tournament. And then, of course, you've got C1 number 3 Adams Central.
Right. Wow.
You know,
that's a loaded guy, especially if you think about York with Danielson back.
Right. Adams Central has a 6'9" junior by the name of Hagen Hilgendorf, and he is an extremely good player. If you want to go out and see great individual players, Central Conference is where to be. You know, you got Baylor Shireman from Aurora, who's a South Dakota State recruit. And of course, Seward has Nate Litteris, Division I recruit, who's headed to Longwood next year.
And not only we have some conference games canceled, but there was another game kind of looking forward to, Lincoln East versus North Star. Was that was yesterday?
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be yesterday. It was supposed to be last Friday.
Yeah, and that was
now it's going to be January 29th. Another game that got postponed yesterday that was going to be key was Omaha Scott at Pius.
Right.
You know, that's going to be Pius's first real test against a Class B school, playing the Class A schedule so far this year.
So just kind of clarify for me, obviously I'm new to Lincoln, what these conference tournaments mean in terms of playoffs. Is it kind of just more of like a state tournament feel in these, and then you're kind of going with the vibe towards the playoffs?
Well, you know, you get the traditional matchups in the conference tournaments. You know, they happen every year.
Right.
Obviously, teams are battling for wild card points, but in the end, you know, it comes down to districts and state.
Right.
No one gets eliminated from postseason play in this or anything like that, but, you know, a lot of traditional matchups, and, you know, everyone wants that conference tournament championship trophy in their case.
Absolutely. What do you got for me? Obviously, hopefully no snow the rest of this time so we can get these conference tournaments in.
What do you think, I'm a meteorologist?
Well, I know, but I feel like ever since football season, I feel like we've been talking about when we do these videos, for some reason, weather is impacting. For football, it was the play, and now it's whether these kids even get to play or not.
Yeah, so they're gonna play. It looks like everything's gonna go as scheduled this weekend. Another matchup outside of the conference tournaments is Johnson Brock, Falls City Sacred Heart, number 1 and 2 in D2. Of course, Sacred Heart won the first matchup in the semifinals in Mudecas, which the finals of the Mudecas got postponed.
Right. Yeah, of course.
That will be apparently February 11th, the championship game between Tri-County and Falls City Sacred Heart.
And so that's the second matchup between those two, and it could potentially be the second of 3 or maybe even more than that.
If it's only 3, somebody's going to have a very disappointing season between those two. I fully expect they're going to play down here in Lincoln in March.
Absolutely. Wow. That's not that far away. We're coming up on this after these conference tournaments and making the stretch run. Well, that'll do it for us. Ron Powell, Alec McChesney. Have a great night.